So hope everyone able to see my screen, right? No, not yet shared. Okay, you are able to see my screen, right? Okay. So what we discussed yesterday about the constraints, right? So we discussed about the constraint. Of only one default constraint is left. So what is default? What is default constraint? Default constraint, something like suppose create. Let's go and then create table. Zoom it. Create table, and then you can go with the test table, or like so here in the open bracket and then close bracket, you are giving a salary. Okay, salary column is there. In that salary column, so you are giving the integer, and then you can go with the default constraint, like a default, like some 3000. Okay, default something 3000 you are giving, 3000 or 30,000. Okay, so let's go drop table if exist, and then table name is test. Okay, so what we are doing, so what it will take default, what I am saying is, if I don't insert anything, so default what should be insert. So if I go and then insert into, like, so we have some more column like name, and then we will also add the name. So also add the name, and then varchar like 10. Okay, you can go with the 110 and then comma. Let's go and then drop this table and then look at it. So now if you go and then test, insert into the test, and then values, and then if I give the only name like AA, and then I'm not giving any value to the salary part. If I don't give the salary part value, what it will insert? It will by default it will insert the. Okay, so here what you have to do, you have to specify the columns, like so name comma salary, and name and comma salary, or else you can specify only name. You are inserting only name, right? So just you can specify the name and then execute it. It is affected one row, but I didn't give any salary values, right? So how it will take, like it will take the by default, like so default value I said, default insert 3000, so for the salary part. Okay, so default is taking the default value. Default constraint is take the default value. But like again, if you insert a null, or if you insert zero, if you insert a blank, so that will be taken. Suppose if you insert the salary and you are going with the null, so it will allow the null, like whatever you insert it will take that. Whatever you insert it will take that, like even if you go and then insert a uh, zero also it will take, but whatever you insert it will take it. But the thing is, if you don't insert anything, then only it will go with the 3000. Is that clear, guys? So if you leave it, okay, if you don't insert that value, like definitely it will go, and then whatever the default value you have given, so that default value it will be inserted. That default value it will be inserted. Clear? So that is about the default constraint, guys. So mainly interview people will ask you the difference between the primary key and then unique key. So what is the difference between primary key and then unique key? Primary key, like it will not allow the duplicates, and it will not allow the nulls, and per table we can have one primary key, and it will create the clustered index, right? So but whereas coming to the non-clustered index, sorry, whereas coming to the unique key, like it will not allow the duplicates, but it will allow one null value, and then per table we can have up to more than one, up to 999 unique keys we can have, and by default it will create the non-cluster index. So that is the very very important thing. So people mostly will ask about that one. Next, we'll discuss about some system defined functions case. Okay, system user defined functions also there. So now we'll discuss about the system defined functions. Okay, those are about the constraints. Now we are going to discuss about the functions, where we have the system defined functions. If you go to the object explorer, there is a database. Under database, so if you go to this MSBI samples, there you can go to the programmability. Under programmability, so there is a functions. So under that functions, there is a system defined functions. So here we have a number of different types of functions are there. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the aggregate functions. Now we are going to discuss about the aggregate functions. What are the aggregate functions? We have sum, min, max, max, and average, and then count. These are the very frequent aggregation functions we have. Like, so we have more aggregation functions also. Like, there are more aggregation functions also, but we'll use this one very frequently. We use these functions very frequently. So like, if you select this one, select star from the table, like, so whatever the TBL customer table is there. So if you select that customer table, so like, if you take this one, take a copy into Excel, copy with header, and take that into the Excel. It's opening one. Okay, let's go here and paste the data. Okay, let's go and then just increase the font size. Okay, this is the data we have. But even if you want to find out the minimum salary, even if you want to find out the minimum salary, so what is the minimum salary here? What is the minimum salary? 3,000 is the minimum salary, right? 3,000 is the minimum salary. Okay. So what is the maximum salary? 8,000 is the maximum salary. And what is the average salary? Like, if you go and then select this, so this is the average salary, 5,500. How we can get the average? Like, the total divided by the count, you will get the average salary. What is the total? Like, 44,000 divided by the count 8. So like, if you get that, that is the average. So even the average answer, like, so this is the average, right? So even you are getting the average answer is here same. So normally we'll write the formula like that: total divided by the count of transactions. Number of transactions is nothing but an average, right? But here, but here, no need to go and then um, no need to go and then write any average formula. So we have a direct average actually. And what is your total sales? Like, so this is the total sales. Like, 44,000 is the total. So like, we have the sum function. So to find out the total, sum function to find out the minimum. So we have a min function to find out the maximum value. So we can go with the max, and then we can average and then count. So what it is giving the count? Count is 8. So the salary, like, count will count any one of the column, and it will give the count. Okay, it will give the count. So min and maximum, like, so everyone knows this, min will find the minimum salary. Like, so you can go with the min, and give the salary. So salary from TBL customer table. So when you apply function on some column, so it will not have a column name, guys. Okay, it will not give column name, so it is no column name. So when you apply any function on a column, so definitely it will not return any column. So you need to give the alias name as, then you need to give the alias name. So what is alias name? This is a min salary. Yes or no? So min salary, you need to give the alias name. So just go and then execute this. So it is giving the min salary. The same way, even you can go and then write the maximum salary. Just you can go and then max salary from TBL customer table. TBL customer table. Again, it is applying the function, right? So it will not return any column name. Just you need to go and then say that max salary executed. So it is returning the max salary. Yeah. It is returning the max salary. The same way, even if you want to find out the average salary, like select so this is the max salary, right? So from this salaries, like the 8,000 is the max salary. So that is the reason it's giving the max salary. So even if you want to find out the some totals, like so you can say as total salary. Okay, you can say as total salary from which table? From TBL customer table. So like this. So any aggregation function, we will give the alias name and then we will find out this summarization. Okay, find out the summarization. And then even if you want to go with the average, like simply you can go and then change it to average, and then this is instead of total you can go with the average salary. Okay, so let's go and then execute it. So it will return the average salary. Okay, and the same way, even you can go and then so count of salary. So like how many salaries we are giving, so then count of salaries. So you can go and then execute the count of salaries. This is, you can say alias name is a count salary. Okay, so that way you can get any aggregations. Then that way you can get any aggregations. Mostly in real time we use this like aggregations. So even in our Power BI also we have the aggregation functions. These are the aggregation functions we have, right? So now the thing is, suppose if you go with the like I want, like there is a cities, so each cities wise how much salary I'm giving, like so in Hyderabad how much salary, total salary, and then in Bangalore how much total salary, and then Pune how much total salary I'm giving. So I want to see that. So like how you can write that query. So like after total salary you can go and then give the city, right? Okay, you can give the city. So do you think that like it will return the like cities wise total sales amount, cities wise total sales amount each city, and then the cities wise total sales amount it is going to write? Let's go and then execute it. So definitely it is giving an error. So why it is giving an error, I will come to that part first. So let's take the Hyderabad. Let's take the Hyderabad, and then so Hyderabad total salary, what is that? Hyderabad total salary 4,000, and then 4,000 plus 8,000, how much it is? 12,000. 12,000 again is 5,000. Okay, 17,000, right? 17,000. 17,000. Okay, so 17,000. The same way you can go with the Bangalore BLR. So what is the BLR salary? Like so BLR salary. So BLR like so 6,000 and then 4,000. Like so total 10,000. Do we have any BLRs case? Do we have any BLRs? No, right? The same way, even you can go with the Pune. So Pune. So what is the Pune salary? Like so you can go with the 7,000, 3,000, 10,000, 10,000 plus 7,000, 17,000. So this is the answer we should get. So what we are doing, we are grouping that cities, we are grouping the cities, and then we are doing the sum, right? But that is the reason it is not giving the like. So we are expecting the output like this, but what it is doing, it is saying that like so whatever after aggregation, right? So in select list, if you go with any aggregation, so whatever the columns are there in the select list, those columns either should be in aggregation or in the group by. So that is the like that is C, either in the group by or in the aggregation. So either you can write as a count or any aggregation you can apply, count, average, min, max, or anything you can apply on the city. Or else if you don't want to go with that, use the group by class, use group by class, and then there you can write that city. So what you are doing here, you are grouping the cities and then you are finding the totals. Hello, clear? So let's go and then execute it. So each city wise it is giving the like salary. Bangalore 10,000, Hyderabad 17,000, and then Pune. So this is the, simply I can say it's a bandagurth guys. Okay, simply you can say like whenever you use any aggregation function, that may be sum or min or max or average or count or any aggregation function. So if you use any other column, like if it is not using aggregation, definitely you have to go with a group by. Clear? Clear? Definitely you have to go with a group by.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is the way we can get that. But next, so I want to filter is like, so which city is taking more than 12,000 salaries? Okay, I want to filter it out. Which cities, is taking more than, like, so more than 12k salaries, total salaries. Okay, so I want to find out that. So how we can go that? So to filter, what is the, which class we'll use to filter the data normally? Like, so we'll use the where class to filter the data, right? So we'll use the where class to filter the data, right? So let's go here and so let's write this, where class, sum of the salary, sum of the salary is greater than 12k, greater than 12, so like 12,000, sorry, 12,000. So whether it will give the answer or not. So it will give an error. Let's see why it is giving an error. Why it is giving error means, so where class is used to filter the detailed data. So where class is used to filter detailed data only, not summarized data. Are you getting it? So where class you cannot go and then any aggregations that may be count or min or max, you cannot use that in the where class. Any aggregation you cannot go and then, so detailed data only. Okay, but how we can filter this? So this is a valid question only, right? Which cities are taking like greater than 12k total salary? So this is a valid question. Like, so if you go with this 12k, like Pune and Bangalore is taking more than 12k salary, right? So like I should get the answer like Hyderabad and then Pune. But where class it is not filtering, but which class we can use it here? So in that case, right, so you need to go with the, you need to go with the, or else I think, so that is the reason you are getting wrong. That's it. So you need to add group by, right, Srinivas? So that is the reason it is not giving that, right? So maybe work where class also will work. So just try this way. Let's try this way. Okay, still it is not working, right? So then what you can do? So where class is mainly used to filter the detailed data, but so aggregation data, to filter the aggregation data we have the having. Are you getting it, guys? So having salary, so the sum of salary is greater than 12,000. Sum of salary is greater than 12,000. Then you can go and then execute. Then you will get the, like Hyderabad and Pune. Okay. So this having class is used to filter summarize data, summary summary data, right? But where class is used to filter the detailed data. Where class is used to filter the detailed data, and then having class is used to filter the, both are like where class and having class is used to filter the data only. But it is a very very important interview question, guys. Important interview question. Like, what is the important interview question? People will ask, like, so the difference between the where class and then having class, difference between the where class, where and having, where and having. So the first difference between where class and having class, the common behavior between them is like both are is used to filter the data only, but where class is used to, let's go and write, this is for the detailed data. What is mean by detailed data? Will come to that point. And then having, so we are having. Okay, so where class is to filter the detailed data, detailed data. This is for the summarized data, summary data. Okay, and this one, so it will come after group by. Okay, so like where class will come before group by, so the order, so where class it will come before, before group by, before group by. But here, like the having will come after group by, after group by class. So these are the major differences, guys. Okay, these are the major differences anyone will ask. Okay, the common behavior between the where class and then having class is like both will filter the data. But how where class will use to filter the data, let's go. And then so even we have seen the where class very clearly, like we have seen where class very clearly to filter the detail writer. Like you can use the different operators, and then you can use like suppose you have the like customer customer table. So if you go and then select this, like whose salary is greater than 6,000. Okay, salaries greater than 6,000. So this kind of data. So it is not, we are not applying any aggregation function. So without aggregation function, if you want to filter the any data, then you can go with the where class. Without aggregation, if you want to filter any data, then you can go with the where class. But if you apply any aggregation, that may be min or max or count or anything. Okay, min or max or count or anything, so average or anything, so then definitely you will go with the group by and then have it. Hope that is clear. So those are the major difference between having. So it's a very very important interview question also. Okay, so now so even we have a different ways to get the second highest salary. But so here we have a situation to learn the max salary, right? So that is the reason I'm explaining here. So second highest salary, so there are so many ways we can find the second highest salary. But here this is the one way, but it's a worst way. But we'll also discuss in other ways when we go with the go with the related topics. Okay, there we'll discuss it. But for now we are discussing the max salary, right? So then let's go with the max salary. So like let's go with the select star from table, from TBL customer table. Sorry. So TBL customer table. So here you need to find out the max salary. Here you need to find out the max salary. So simply you can go and then get the order by salary descending. If you see the salary by descending, so what is the max salary? Max salary is 8,000. But I want to find out the second highest salary. Okay, so you can go with the simply you can go. So and then after doing order by, you understand that like so where salary is equal to 7,000, then it will give the second highest salary. But it is a manual, right? Like so tomorrow, like so it is give the second highest salary. Like so after 8,000 we have the second, like this one. But that is a manual work. But what I want, like so if someone's salary got increased, and then it is like so his salary got increased, and then now his salary is 12,000. Just imagine that. So then what is the second highest salary? Like this record will be the second highest salary, right? Okay, if this salary got updated and then this got increased, and then so what is the second highest salary? This one. But again, so tomorrow if some data is updated, and then so again 20,000 is highest salary, and then what is the second highest salary? Like whatever you change, like 12,000, that is the second highest salary. So like so the data will change over time, right? The data will change over time. So even if it is changing, so when I execute this query, so always it should give the second highest salary. Always it should give the second highest salary. I don't want to give the manual way. Are you getting it the question, guys? Are you getting it the question? So I want to get the second highest salary every time. Question is clear, just type yes. If you are clear, question is clear, just type yes. So how to write that? Very simple. Very simple. Right, you can go and then write the max salary from TBL customer. So what it will give? It will give the max salary 8,000. Yes or no? Okay, it will give the max salary 8,000. So I want, if I find like one more max salary, if I find one more max salary, like the same one, and then okay, so let's write where salary less than. Okay, so this is the max salary, so less than this salary. So what it is giving this one, guys? This one is giving 8,000. Okay, so actual answer is 8,000 it is giving. Yes or no? If I execute this one, it will give the 8,000. So immediate max salary. So immediate max salary. So less than this max salary. What is that max salary? Next to max salary only, right? It will give the, so it will give the, if I go on then execute this total, like this select query and then this select query, so it will give the 7,000, right? Yes or no? It will give the 7,000. Okay, but if user want, like, so even not only this salary number, I want their names who are having the 7,000 salary, so I want get the details. If you want to get the details, what you want to write, select star from, so you want all the records, right? Select star from tbl customer table, tbl customer, where salary equal to, so you need to keep these two queries into single bracket, open bracket and then close bracket, open bracket and then close bracket. So this will give the 7,000, this will give the 7,000, and so this will give the 8,000, so this will give the 8,000, immediate max salary is 7,000. So here, if you give the 7,000, like what are the records we should get, like these are the records we should get. So this is the manual work, right? But here you are going with the, like, so whenever the data is changed, it is dynamically it will change. So this way you can find the second highest salary. Is that clear, guys? The problem with this query, the problem with this query, so if you want to find out a fifth highest salary, fifth highest salary, so how we can go and then write this? So you need to write a fifth times, like five times you need to write a max salaries, right? So you can go and then write on top of that, you can write one more max salary less than or equal to max salary, less than or equal to max salary. You need to write the five times, and then on top of that you need to write the select star from, right? Hello. So that is the drawback here. So you need to write a n number of subqueries. Okay, n number of subqueries. There are efficient way to find out the like a second highest salary also, but this is the one way. So we learn anyhow we learn about the max salary, right? So that is the reason I have explained about this max salary. Is that clear? So to find out the second highest salary, if you don't have anything in your mind, so this is the way you can go and then get the second highest salary. Clear? Third highest salary or second highest salary, you can go and then get this way into, and then you can get it. So we have another ways also, like we can use the row number, or we can use the correlated subquery and all, so that whenever the topics come, so then I will give the explanation. Okay. And one more question people will ask on aggregation function is, like, find out the duplicates. Okay, if you want to find out any duplicates, like the same age people are there, so like I want to see the count of same age people, like, so um, duplicate age, like duplicate age means 30 to 32. So do we have any kind of that things are there? Let's go and then execute it. So here we have the 32 and here we have the 32. Are you getting it? So 38, that's 38, 38. And do we have any other? Like if you want to find out the duplicate age, so what you can do, just you can do the count to star from as a count to CNT, and age I'm going from which table, TBL customer. So not only this one, guys, simply I'm giving this one, but normally if you want to find out the duplicate names or duplicate products and all, so just you will go with the count star as a count, and then so you can give, like, suppose if you want to find out the product, you can give the product, or if you want to find out the city, you can find out the city, or if you want to find out the age, you can go with the age. So then immediately what you need to write, group by age, and then next you can go with the count, having count star greater than 1. So that those are the duplicates records. Those are the duplicates records. So for this age 38 is 2 times, so 2 times came, so that is the reason it's a duplicate one. So the same way, even for any, like, so this is the very frequently people will ask this question actually. So whenever you want to find out the duplicates, you need to write the count, and then whatever the column they want to find out the duplicate, write that column name, and then having, so whatever the column they are finding the group is, like you are writing that in the select list, right? So that may be name or city or car, like anything. So suppose if I want to find out the duplicate cities, So you can go here in the count and then you can write the cities. So how many times the cities repeated? So I want to see that cities. Like just you can go and then city. Okay. So you can go and then cities. Just you can go and then see BLR two times and then Hyderabad three times and then Pune three times. Let's check that. So one time Hyderabad and then two times and then three times. So that is the reason count what it is giving Hyderabad three times, right? In the same way, Bangalore. So one time and then so two times. And then what about Pune? Like one time, two time, and then three times. Like so, that is the reason it's giving the so like how many number of times it is repeated. The count it is giving. So like if you want to find out any duplicates, just this is the formula, guys. This is the formula. Okay, this is a very important interview question. This is a very important interview question. People will ask you to find out the duplicates. Clear? Everyone is clear how to find out the duplicates. So to find out the duplicates, whatever the column you want to just write a count and whatever the column on which column you want to find out the duplicate, provide that column name and then write that column name as in a group by like even you can go with the count greater than one. That's it. Okay, this way we can find out the duplicates. This way we can find out the duplicates. Okay, even if you have the duplicate employee names and all, so then you can go and then so someone is typing something. What is that question?
Yeah, if you have any names like a number of names like this. Yeah.
The same thing, right? Just simply I'm saying, okay, replace the count will be there same as this. Just you can whatever the column you want to find out the duplicate, just go here and then replace the column name. That's it.
Okay, okay.
This is the formula. That's it. You need to go and then execute the same way. Like whatever, like the product or city or any column. So any column you want to find out the duplicates, just simple. Just you need to write the count and then go with the column name and then group by with the column name and then having count greater than one. So here we are using the aggregation, right? So that is the reason we are going with the having to filter that anything. Okay. So this is about the aggregation functions, guys. Okay, this is about the aggregation functions. Okay, these all are aggregation function. Next, we are going to learn about the date time functions. Date time functions. Date time functions. What are the date time functions we have? So there are like functions. You can go to the system functions, and there is a so these are the functions we are using very frequently. So that is the reason I'm explaining aggregation functions, datetime functions, and then system functions. So this math functions and metadata functions. So these other functions we will not go use, and then this configuration functions will not use very frequently. Okay. Normally, so like what it will give if you don't know what is your server name. So if you want to find out your server name, just you can go and then execute this. So it will give the server name. So my server name is this. So even if you want to find out your server name, you can go and then get that. So like this it will give these are called global variables. These are called global variables. Like whatever the language, if you want to find out the language, just simply you can go and then give this language. Okay. So these are the configurations. Okay, so what is the language you are using? Like, so yes, English. So all this like whatever you want to the text size and then like so even what are the parameters it is expecting, like so nothing. So just you can go and then select what is this ram server, ram server, what is this ram server. Okay, these are the global, this mainly like where you want to find out the like where you want to find out the server names, and then if you want to insert somewhere the server names and then language. So we can go and then give the this global variables, and then so some kind of a metadata you want to insert, then you can go and then use this configuration function. So that is the reason I'm not explaining about this. The cursor functions also there. So this cursor status, and then so when we use the cursors will decrease the performance a lot. So that is the reason we are not use the cursors. Earlier people used to work with the cursors a lot, but nowadays so they avoid the cursors completely. So that is the reason I'm not so when you use the cursor, that time we can go and then discuss about this one. So that's the reason I'm not explaining about that. And next we have the date time functions. So this date time functions, so if you see here, like you have the month, and you have the day, and you have the year, and you also have the like ease date, you also have the sys date time. So like these are the system defined functions, guys. Okay, whatever the sys date, and then these are there, right? So these are the system defined functions like sys date, and then sys ucd, like even if you go with the get date, so where is the get date, like here is a get date, guys. So get date, like it will, as I said, right? So when I explain about the date data types, like date types, the time I've explained, like get date will give the current date and time. Yeah, get date will give the current date and time. Even current timestamp also will give the same thing. Okay, so you can use any one of these, that's not a problem. Both will give the, but current timestamp will work only in the SQL Server, but get date will work on any environments. So that is the reason most of the people will use the get date. So get date will give the, so get date and then current date will give the, so both same is used for the same purpose actually. Okay, both will give the same dates. And then so I will come to this date add, and then date diff, and then date name, and then date part. So next we have the get date. So get date will give the in UTC date time. Okay, UTC time zone is there. So in UTC time zone, it will give this get date. Okay, this is UTC time zone system date. It will return. Okay, even if you want a UTC time zone date, so then you can go and then use the like you can go and then use the UTC get date. As for the UTC time zone, like so now it is 4 o'clock, 4, and this is the 9, and then 9 minutes, and then 33 seconds, like that. Okay, so that is returning in a UTC time zone. Okay, we have the different types of time zones, guys. So like even sys date time is there, sys date off time. So when you want to go with a more accuracy, you can go and then use this system defines. Okay, system defined dates. So like this we'll use this, but mostly we'll very frequently we'll use the month, day, and year, and we'll also go with the date part, date name, date if, date add. So these are the things we'll use very frequently, and then get date. Okay, so now what is month? So what exactly the month is returning, like what is exactly returning the month? So suppose just you can go and then write a month. So month, what expecting month? So if you go here, what is the parameter is they expecting? It is expecting the date time. So you can provide the date time for the month, so like the parameter. So you can go with the open bracket and then close bracket, it is a date time, right? So get date is a date time, yes or no? So like what it will return, it will return the integer number. What is the integer number? It is returning month number, it will return. So what is the month number? Ninth, right? So it will return the month number. So it is extracting the, so when I apply the function, definitely it will not return the name. You can go and then say that it's a month number. You can go and then say that it's a month number, right? It's a month number. Hello, clear? So this will return the month number. The same way, even if you want a day number, so day number, like so you can go and then write the day. So write the day, so that will extract the, even if you go here in the day function, so just go and then what it is expecting, it is also expecting the date time. So date time as a parameter, and then so it will return the integer number. So and that means it is return the day number, like so today 17th, right? So like it will return the, so you need to change the column name, so that is a day number. Okay, so that way, like even if you want to extract the date, like so not only get date, guys, like so whenever you want to give the manual date. Suppose if you want to give the like date like this, like 2020 or 1994, you can give the date, and then you can go with the 26. Okay, so this is the date we have. So this date, in this date, if you want to find out the month, what you will do, you will write the month, and then you are providing the date, and then you are closing this. So what is the month here? Like what it will return? What it will return? So just it will return the month number. Okay, and then same way, like you can go, like if you have a column, so whatever the date of birth column is there, so from the date of birth column, so for all the year, like all the dates, like so whatever the dates are there, from the dates it will extract the month number. So day will extract the day name, day number, month will extract the month number, and then year will extract the year number. Year will extract the year number. So just you can write the year here, year. So here will extract the year number. So even these functions we have in Power BI, right, guys? So like these to extract this one, we'll use the year number. Yeah. So we have the month and day, and then like next we have is date. What is this is date? So what is this is date means is date open bracket, like suppose if you give the some like this, I'm giving the 2024 and then 01 and then 01. So is this date or not? So if it is a date, if it is a date, like it will give the 1. If it is not a date, it will give 0. Like if I give this some text, if I give this some text like in quotes, see it is giving 0. Are you getting it, guys? So it will check. So like whatever it is coming, so like whatever you are, so if it is a date, you can load somewhere in the table. If it is a, like if it is text, so like if it is not 0, load in some, like some conditional basis you want to check this, and whatever the value is coming, so is that date or not, if you want to check this. So like if it is 0, then it will give the, it is not a date. So but if it is give 1, like suppose if you give the get date here, so get date is a date, right? So just you can go here and then get date. So get date is a date. Just definitely it will give the 1. So it is date or not. Just it is 1. Okay. So like this, is date will check the whether it is a date or not. So whatever the input you provided is that date or not. To check that, you will go with the is date. Yeah. So the remaining all are system defined functions. Now the important part is like before going to the date add and then date diff. So we need to understand the date part and then date name. We need to understand the date part and then date name. So let's go here and then what is the date part. So you need to understand, like, so select um, so what date part is expecting, like if you go here and then so you have the parameters, like the date part is expecting the varchar, and then expression it is expecting the date time, and then it will return the integer. Okay. So when you write the date part, when you write the date part open bracket, see here is the syntax guys. So interval date date, and then it will return. So you need to provide the interval. So which part of the date you want, which part of the date. Suppose if I want hours, I can go with the hh. If I want day, I can go with the day. If I want uh, like year, you can write the year. So like whatever. Okay. Which part of the date you want, right? So like suppose if I go with the dd comma, like you can provide the date, any date you want to find out the part of the date. So like you can go with this date, or you can go with this date, get date. So any date, guys, I'm giving the this date, and then close this. So what it will return, like it will return the day, it will return the day. Like if I go and then return it will return the month. It will extract the part of that day, or you can get that month. But even the date name also will expecting the same. So date name also it is expecting the date part, and date, and then date. So what is the difference between the date part and then date name? Like suppose if I go and then here the month here, if I give the month here, like it will return the month number, right? It is returning the month number. But the same thing if I return in the date name, okay, so date part it is giving the date name, okay, name. So what it will give? It will give the month name, okay, it will give the month name, it will give the month number. Hope you are understanding the differences. Okay, see here it is giving the September, it is giving like suppose so it is a month number, it is giving that. But if I give the year, like, so what is it will give, guys? Can anyone guess? Like if I give the year and then again year, like, so what it will return? So both, like, so date part and then date name. So both will give the number only. So if you have the number, like, so year number will not have any name, right? Year number will not have any name. So definitely, so if you have the name, so definitely it will return. Suppose, let me go and then just return the day name. So just weekday. Okay, I'm writing in the weekday. So weekday it will return the 1, 2, 3. Here the date part will return the, like, so today is a Tuesday. Tuesday, right? Like Monday 1, Tuesday 2, right? So it will return 2 here, but it will return Tuesday. So it will return the name. Are you getting it, guys? Where you have a name, so definitely it will return a name, or like it will go with the number. See, it will return 3 and then it will return, okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so it is returning 3. Sunday is 1, Monday is 2, and then Tuesday is 3. And then it is returning Tuesday. So are you getting it? So normally where you have a number, so then definitely it will return the number, and where you have a name, then it will return the name. But both will give the, like, the name itself is telling it will give the return the name. It will return the name, but it will return the date part of that. So both will return the date part of that only. But where you have the name, so the date name will return the name. Clear, guys? The differences is clear. Date part and then date name. So you can go and then provide any intervals. Like, so if you go and then type, so h, so you have the hour, like, so whatever. Even if you type like, yes, sir, the seconds are there, milliseconds are there, nanoseconds are there, like whatever you want to get. So like these are the intervals you are getting. So you can go and then provide anything. Okay, so like this, you can go and then get any part of the date. You can go and then get that. Okay, so next we have the very very interesting things we have, like date diff and then date add. So what is date diff? So date diff, so the name itself is telling. So what is date diff, guys? So can anyone guess what is date diff? It is going to do the differences between two dates. Yes or no? Okay, for that what you need to have, you need to have the start date and then end date. Let's go and then go to this one, like here. So it is having the start date and end date. What is this date part? The date part, whether after doing this two dates minus, whether you want in a days or months or years, like how you want the differences. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Is everyone with me? So when you are want to do the date diff, so when you want to do the date diff, so the start date and end date after doing the differences, whether you want that date differences in a days or months or years or hours or seconds, what? That is a date part. Date part is an interval. Like which interval you want to do that. Like select, you can go with the date diff. You can go with the date diff. Suppose, as I said, like, so we have the date of birth, right? So this is the date of birth, just imagine that. So we have the this date of birth. Okay, so this is the one date, and you can go with the, like, this is, sorry, here you need to first you need to provide the interval. So that I want to go with the months. Okay, that I want to go with the months. This is my interval, and then, so this is your start date, and then this is your end date. Current date is end date. So if you want to find out that age in like months, then definitely you can go, sorry, select, I written the wrong spellings. Select. Okay, so that is the reason. So you will have the interval, and then you will have the starting date and then ending date. So now after doing this, if you want to return in months, like the age, sorry, 2024 I have written, huh? So like that is the reason it is giving 1994. If I give, so these many months. Okay, age in months. Okay, age in months, this one giving age in months. Okay, age in months it is returning, right? So age in months it is returning, like, but if you want age in years, age in years, like, so simply instead of writing months, what you can go and then write it in year. So just it will return the differences between age in, so 30 years, right? So even if you want age in days, okay, so like this is in years, right? Age in years. But if you want age in months, like days, you can go on and write the days, day, age, write in days. Okay, so like this, you can go and then get the like how many day, how many months, and then how many, and then how many days. Even if you want to go with the hours, like you can go and then select the hours as well. Like even seconds, you can go and then write in the seconds. So if you want to write the hours, you can go and then get the hours. Like you can go with the h, like you can go with the hour, like HHR, anything is fine. So these many hours, and then these many days, and then these many. So these many hours, yes. These many hours, these many days, these many years, and then these many months. So even if you want to, um, like column wise, I don't want to go with this way, then you can simply remove this select, and then you can give the comma, and then remove the select, and then comma, and then remove the select, and then comma. So this age in hours. Yeah. So let's go and then select this. See, clear. So this way, whenever you want a date diff, whenever you want to finding some aging, then definitely you can go and then use the date diff. Clear. And then next we have the date add. So date add also, like if you go and then see the parameters, you have the date part and then increment. Okay, so how much you want to increment, and then which date you want to increment, like either you want to minus or plus. Okay, so normally in Power BI also we have the date add function, right? So in normally we have the Power BI also we have the date add function. So what is the date add function syntax? Like date add, so date add open bracket, you will have the interval. So what is the interval? Like you want to go with the months, so I want to add months, comma. So like what is the increment, how much increment? So I want to add 3 months. So for which date I want to add, like so to get date I want to add 3 months. So what it will return, guys, after adding 3 months, like what is it will return, like so this is the date it will return, this is the date it will return. But like even if you want to go with the minus 3 months, like so if I return minus 3 months, which date you will get? Like so after minusing 3 months, like so from the get date, like so we are in the ninth month, after ninth month if you minus, like it will go with the 6 months. Yes or no? So if you add for the ninth month, if you add the 3 months, like it will be the 12th month, right? Hello. So not only months, even you can go and also select the year. Okay, even you can also go and then select the year. So like it will go with the minus 3 years. Okay, it is going with the years in, not in months. So it is minusing in years. So like that, whether you want to add the number and the interval and the number, based on the interval and number, that date will change. Are you getting it? So based on the interval and then number, how you will change the interval and interval number. So based on that, it will go and then change the date. Clear? So tomorrow, what we'll do, we'll go and give some what kind of interview questions we'll have, if we have like what are the different kind of interview questions we may get on date functions. Okay, so we'll see tomorrow with some of the date functions and interview questions, and then after we'll go with the text functions. We'll discuss about the text functions. Okay, so after discussing about the text functions, we'll go with the um, joins, and then views, and then we'll enter next week, right? We'll go with the advanced topics. Okay, subqueries, ct, temporary tables. So this week we'll understand only the basics, but like next week, right, from next week onwards or end of this week, so we'll enter into the advanced topics. What is index, and what are the different types of indexes? So like in depth we'll go with that topics, like why indexes will make search faster. All these things we'll discuss. Okay, once these topics are completed. Okay, that's all for today, guys. We'll connect tomorrow then. Thank you. Thank you so